Welcome to the Texas Wine Scene Podcast, the most up-to-date information to help you prepare for your wine tasting weekend. I'm Mike, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, bringing you all the wine happenings in and around the great state of Texas, from the high plains to the hill country. If you love Texas wine, you've come to the right place. Let's take a trip. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the Texas Wine Scene Podcast. I am your host, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, Mike Cole, bringing you all the wine happenings in and around the great state of Texas. If you are a subscriber to the podcast, thank you so much for returning and tuning into this week's episode. And if you are new to the podcast, thank you so much for stopping by to check us out. We are an information-based podcast supporting and sharing wine events, tastings, and industry news from around the great state of Texas. So I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, please consider subscribing and sharing the podcast with all your wine-loving friends. It helps to continue to spread the word about the podcast and keeps everyone informed about current wine-related events. Also, please follow me on my socials at Texas Wine Scene on Instagram and Texas Wine Scene on Facebook, where you will see all the posts about upcoming events for the weekend. Can you believe we are halfway through the year already? So far, there have been a lot of great wine events this year, and there are plenty more to come. So stay tuned to the podcast as we continue to bring you the latest wine events for your wine tasting weekends. A lot of wineries are working hard and starting to get prepared for harvest, which is right around the corner for some grape varieties. This is an exciting time of the year, but also a very stressful time for the vineyard staff, management, and winery owners. So be on the lookout for social media posts for seasonal vineyard and winery help for harvesting grapes, crushing, and bottling the wine. This is a great opportunity to go behind the scenes and get a look at the winemaking process while helping your local winery. I'm sure they would love to have you. There's not very much Texas Wine Scene news this weekend, so we're going to jump right into the episode. We will continue our Texas Grape Variety mini-series this week with Blanc de Bois. Blanc de Bois, which is French for white grape of the woods, is an American hybrid grape that was created in 1968 by John Mortensen at the University of Florida. A hybrid grape variety is a grape variety that is the product of a crossing of two or more Vitis species. In this case of Blanc de Bois, it crosses between 2/3 of Vitis vinifera, with the remaining consisting of Vitis aestivalis, Vitis cinerea, and Vitis lambrusca. Although the grape variety name means white grape of the woods, it was named in honor of Emile Dubois, an influential grape grower and winemaker in Tallahassee, Florida. The grape variety Blanc de Bois was bred for its resistance to Pierce's disease, which is caused by a bacteria that inhibits the uptake of water and nutrients from the roots up to the shoots and leaves of the vine. Generally speaking, in the vineyard, Blanc de Bois is a highly vigorous grape variety that likes a short growing season and doesn't mind hot days and warm nights, which is perfect for the Texas climate. In the cellar, Blanc de Bois can be made into a wide range of wine styles, including sparkling, still table wines, and fortified wines. Typical aromas and flavors of Blanc de Bois include white peach, ripe melon, pineapple, mango, and citrus. Blanc de Bois is widely grown along the Texas Gulf Coast, and it is worth noting that there are currently more acres of Blanc de Bois grown in Texas than in any other state in the U.S. I really enjoy this grape variety, and for me, Blanc de Bois is similar in taste profile to Chenin Blanc and is equally versatile. So don't skip out on this grape variety when it's presented to you on your next tasting room flight. We will continue our look at the top Texas white grape varieties next week, and next week it will be Veraison. Before we jump into this week's wine events, let's check the weather. The weather for the weekend in the High Plains wine growing region will have high temperatures of 98 degrees with low temperatures of 71 degrees. The North Texas wine growing region will have high temperatures of 97 degrees with low temperatures of 77 degrees. The West Texas wine growing region will have high temperatures of 90 degrees with low temperatures of 62 degrees. The Texas Hill Country wine growing region will have high temperatures of 92 degrees with low temperatures of 71 degrees. And the Gulf Coast wine growing region will have high temperatures of 95 degrees with low temperatures of 76 degrees. There are a lot of wine events and dinner hostings this summer, and charcuterie boards are the centerpiece for most of the parties. So why not sharpen your charcuterie board skills by heading on out to Spicewood Vineyards in Spicewood, Texas for their summer school charcuterie board class on Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. You and a guest can learn how to make a charcuterie board from local business Bluebonnet Collective, known for their beautifully crafted charcuterie boards. You will learn about cheese selections, how to fold cured meats into different styles, food pairings, and much, much more. For more information on this event, visit their website at spicewoodvineyards.com. Get ready for an elevated tasting experience featuring the best of Texas terroir. Join the Texas Heritage Vineyards for their Texas Tempranillo's vertical tasting on Friday, June 28th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. The tasting will include Tempranillos from the 2017, 18, 19, and 2020 vintages and paired exquisitely with cheeses from Spain. This vertical tasting will elevate your knowledge of all things Tempranillo. For more information about this event, visit their website at texasheritagevineyard.com. It's summertime, and it's time to beef up your tie-dye wardrobe. So head on out and join the good folks over at Kerrville Hills Winery at the Hill at Schreiner University for their tie-dye t-shirt making event on Sunday, June 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. All tie-dye supplies and instructions are included with your ticket purchase, as well as one glass of Kerrville Hills award-winning wine. For more information on this event, visit their website at kerrvillehillswinery.com. Join Wild Stallion Vineyards in Spring, Texas for their annual Harvest Day event on Saturday, June 29th. This is a family-friendly event that will serve a complimentary breakfast starting at 8 a.m., followed by instructions and the start of harvest at 8:30. After harvest, head on over for a grape stomping event from 10 to 2 p.m. Lunch will be available for purchase, and live music will keep you entertained all afternoon from 1 to 5 p.m. For more information on this event, visit their website at wildstallionvineyards.com. Speaking of harvest, Threshold Vineyards will be harvesting their estate Blanc du Bois vineyard on Saturday, June 29th, and would love for you to be a part of it. Harvest will begin at 7 a.m. with coffee and a short orientation, and then it's out to the vineyard. Following the 2 to 3 hour harvest, there will be a lunch celebration with a glass of Threshold wine. Threshold Vineyards would like to remind volunteers to wear closed-toed shoes, dress for summer with a hat and cool, breathable clothing. Sunscreen, bug spray, cold drinks, and water will all be provided. For more information on this event, visit their website at thresholdvineyards.com. The Nice Winery in Houston will also be harvesting their Blanc du Bois in Anderson, Texas on Saturday, June 29th at 6 a.m. If you've ever been interested in harvesting Blanc du Bois grapes, now is your chance. They will provide breakfast, water, and equipment. All you need to bring is yourself, a hat, and some sunblock. If you have your own gardening gloves or pruning shears, that will make work more enjoyable. For more information and to be added to the Harvest Crew list, email Michelle at nicewines.com. Hawk Shadow will be bottling their newest red wine on Friday, June 28th at 10 a.m., and they want you to be a part of it. This fun and engaging hands-on experience will show volunteers the ins and outs of wine production. If you are interested in helping Hawk Shadow on their bottling line, email Matt at hawkshadow.com or Chip at hawkshadow.com. Tickets for the Fredericksburg Food and Wine Festival Preview Week are on sale. Join them for a week of food and wine inspired events around Fredericksburg to give you a taste of what's to come this October at Fredericksburg Food and Wine 2024. Here's a brief lineup of this preview event. On Tuesday, July 23rd, the Taste of Texas will be presented by the Women of Wine Sense. On Wednesday, July 24th, there will be a tacos and tanat tasting at Augusta Vin. On Thursday, July 25th, Sip into Summer Garden Cocktails 101 at the Hill Country Herb Garden. On Friday, July 26th, Elk and Main Sip and Savor at Elk and Main Courtyard with 6 Twist. Saturday, July 27th, the Elephant in the Room Boozy Brunch at the Salon at Albert Hotel. For more information on this preview event and ticket purchases, visit fbgfoodandwine.com. For Our Ranch Vineyards and Winery is getting a head start on the Independence Day weekend celebration on Friday, June 28th through Sunday, June 30th. Head on now to enjoy a barbecue buffet all weekend long and get ready for a spectacular fireworks show on Saturday, June 29th at 9 p.m. For more information and reservations for this event, visit their website at forourwines.com. Join High Meadow Winery in High, Texas for their karaoke fight night event on Saturday, June 29th from 7 to 11 p.m. Enjoy award-winning wine, tasty food, prizes, and great music, all in support of Amped Up. Amped Up is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting and guiding amputees and their families to better and faster recoveries through guidance and support from other amputees and caregivers with similar experiences. For more information on this event, visit highmeadow.com, and for direct support of Amped Up, visit their website at ampedup.org. Head on out to the Red Caboose Winery in Clifton, Texas for their Paint and Sip wine event on Sunday, June 30th at 4 p.m. There is no experience necessary for this fun-filled evening of painting and sipping because your talented instructors will guide you every step of the way. So grab a friend and join Red Caboose Winery for a memorable night out. For more information on this event, visit their website at redcaboosewinery.com. If you are a wine drinker who pops a lot of corks, and I know you do, or you would be listening to this podcast, then this event is for you. Join Coulee Bay Winery for their Cork Crafts wine event on Sunday, June 30th from 3 to 5 p.m. Celebrate summer with wine and corks at Coulee Bay's Cork Workshop to create your very own cork basket and vase. Guests will make crafts using Coulee Bay wine corks while enjoying a glass of Coulee Bay wine. Your ticket purchase includes 1 glass of wine and an individual charcuterie cup. For more information on this event, visit their website at couleebay.com. Kai Simone Winery in Spring Branch, Texas is having their lei making class on Sunday, June 30th from 11 to 1 p.m. In this class, guests will learn the art of creating a beautiful Hawaiian lei with flowers. Whether you want to surprise a loved one or treat yourself to a special and unique accessory, this class is for you. Don't miss this opportunity to learn a new skill and create a handmade gift that will be cherished for years to come. For more information on this event, visit their website at kaisimonewinery.com. Join the Texas Wine Collective for a series of unique wine and food pairing events this weekend, beginning with donuts and wine. Now, don't knock it until you try it. So clear your mind and open your palate to an unforgettable wine pairing event on Saturday, June 29th from 11 to 4 p.m. This event will be held in the boardroom at the Texas Wine Collective, where you will experience a memorable and relaxing way to learn more about their award-winning wines while sampling seasonal snack items. Your host will thoroughly explain each wine and how they pair their wines and food items. And as a bonus, live music will be performed by Justin Furr. But the fun doesn't stop there. Come on back out for round 2 for this unique wine and food pairing event and join the Texas Wine Collective for their Taste of Texas Wines Toast to Tacos event on Sunday, June 30th from 12:30 to 4 p.m. So what kind of taco pairs well with wine? Well, you will just have to head on back out to the Texas Wine Collective to see for yourself. For more information on this event, visit their website at texaswinecollective.com. Join Enoch Stop Vineyard and Winery in Harleton, Texas, as they continue their Summer Artisan Series with their Floral Centerpiece Workshop Saturday, June 29th at 2 p.m. Enoch Stop Vineyard and Winery is partnering with local floral expert East Texas Floral Farm for a workshop where you will get to create your very own floral centerpiece to take home. Sip on a complimentary glass of Enoch Stomp wine while East Texas Flower Farm instructs you on bouquet design, flower longevity, and much, much more. For more information on this event, visit their website at enochstomp.com. And finally, head on out to Tomball, Texas, and visit the Bluebonnet Tasting Room to get your laugh on. Join them for their first comedy night at the Bluebonnet Tasting Room, featuring your hosts Bradley Smith and comedians Keisha Hunt, Chad Alexander, Grady Pruitt, Dan Hornstein, Hannah Abney, and Sean Sorley. This will be a fun evening of laughs and camaraderie. The mission of the Bluebonnet Tasting Room is to support Texas brands while offering an authentic hill country experience within a relaxed and inviting setting. What better place to have a comedy show? For more information on this event, visit bluebonnettomball.com. And those are your wine events for the weekend. Stay tuned for your music lineup for the weekend up next. Arch Ray Winery in Fredericksburg gets the music lineup started for the weekend with Andy Garcia on stage Friday, June 28th from 5 to 8 p.m., followed by Nick's on Saturday, June 29th from 3 to 6 p.m. Bell Springs Winery in Dripping Springs will host the very popular Trevor Helt on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. Dry Comel Creek Vineyards in New Braunfels will have Tony Taylor on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m., followed by John Parmentier on Sunday, June 30th from 2 to 5 p.m. as well. Fiesta Winery on 290 will let Jake McClain assume the musical duties on Saturday, June 29th from 3 to 6 p.m. Fiesta Winery at the Bend location will have Brian Gross on stage Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 5 p.m. William Chris Vineyards in High Texas will host Sheila Marshall on stage Saturday and Sunday, June 29th and 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. Augusta Vin Winery in Fredericksburg will have their Sips and Sounds event with Nalani Caballero on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. Paradnala Cellars in Stonewall will have Royce Reed on stage Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 5 p.m. Texas Heritage Vineyards in Fredericksburg will have Tyne Wilkins and Ron Flint on stage Friday, June 28th from 2 to 4 p.m., followed by Bill Small on Sunday, June 30th from 2 to 4 p.m. as well. The Texas Wine Collective in Fredericksburg will have Tyler Cannon on stage Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 5 p.m. Torna Locks in Burnett, Texas will have Spicy Loops on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. Signor Vineyards in Fredericksburg will host Brandon Allen on Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 3 p.m., followed by Mark Chandler on Sunday, June 30th from 1 to 3 p.m. as well. Moody Family Wines in Bullard, Texas will let Heath Walker jam out on Saturday, June 29th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Bernhardt Winery in Plantersville will have Drew Gross on stage Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 5 p.m., followed by Piano Man performing a Billy Joel experience on June 30th from 7 to 9 p.m. West Sandy Creek Winery in Richards, Texas will let Mike Gallo rock the house on Saturday, June 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. Triple N Ranch Winery in Trinidad will have a Best of Broadway tribute on Saturday, June 29th from 6:45 to 9:15 p.m. Red Caboose Winery and Vineyard in Meridian, Texas will host Donna Beckham and Cake Fork on stage Saturday, June 29th from 7 to 10 p.m. Barons Creek Winery in Fredericksburg will have the Audio Detectives on stage Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 4 p.m. Parmesan Wines in Dripping Springs will have John Permencier on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m., followed by Eric Flores on Sunday, June 30th from 2 to 5 p.m. Whitley Vineyards in Montgomery, Texas will let Dylan DuPont assume the musical duties on Sunday, June 30th from 3 to 5 p.m. Covington Hills Country Winery in High, Texas will have Randy Cordero on stage Friday, June 28th from 4 to 7 p.m., followed by Andy Garcia on Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. Dukeman Family Winery in Driftwood, Texas will host Eric Flores on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. Arrowhead Creek Vineyards in Stonewall will have Davey Schrank on stage Saturday, June 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. And Singing Water Vineyards in Comfort, Texas will close out the music lineup for the weekend with Model Moho on stage Saturday, June 29th from 1 to 4 p.m., followed by Anthony Garcia on Sunday, June 30th from 1 to 4 p.m. as well. And that's your music lineup for the weekend. Stay tuned for Did You Know? Although it's hot outside here in Texas, this time of the year in the vineyard is one of the most exciting. And why is it so exciting, you ask? Well, it's because the grape berries are beginning to change color. Not only is it visually exciting to see this process, but it's also hugely significant in the growth cycle of the grapevine. In viticulture, the process of color change of the grape berries is called veraison. But not only does veraison represent color change, it also represents the transition from berry growth to berry ripening. During the process of veraison, the grape berries begin to decrease in acidity while increasing in sugar content. The trick or challenge for the winemaker is to find the sweet spot, no pun intended, between having the right amount of acid as well as sugar. In wine speak, this is called physiologic ripeness, or simply called balance. If the wine is made with too much acid or not enough sugar, the wine will taste tart and lack flavor. Conversely, if all the acid is lost by letting the grape berries ripen too much, the wine will then taste sweet and flabby with no liveliness or zing in the taste profile. As the grapes continue to ripen, veraison signify that there is approximately 45 to 60 days left to harvest. During veraison, winery owners and vineyard managers are installing bird netting to prevent birds from eating, damaging, or significantly reducing the year's crop of grapes. Speaking of birds, there are various birds that prefer eating grapes off the vine, which include robins, waxwings, starlings, house finches, and mockingbirds. These birds are attracted to the high sugar content and nutrient-rich nature of the grapes, which provide them with energy and nourishment. Of the birds previously mentioned, which bird is the state bird of Texas? Well, did you know that the state bird of Texas is the mockingbird? The mockingbird was chosen as the state bird as it is common all year throughout Texas. And in true Texas fashion, the 1927 legislation declared the mockingbird as the state's official bird, reasoned that the species, quote, is a fighter for the protection of its home, falling if need be in its defense, like any true Texan. Well, that would do it for this week's episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mike Cole, your Texas wine scene correspondent, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the the Texas wine scene. Cheers. For more in-depth information about the wineries mentioned in this episode, visit the Texas Wine Lover website at txwinelover.com or the Texas Wine Lover app. There you'll be able to find a vast amount of information about Texas wineries and wine-related businesses. You can also search for information such as winery hours, grape varieties, food options, pet and kid-friendly wineries, and much, much more. So visit their website at txwinelover.com. That's txwinelover.com. Also, please leave me a rating and a review and share the podcast with all your wine-loving friends.